Well, hello, Fran. How are you today?
Hello, Letty. I'm fine. How are you today?
I'm cool because I have a day off from work and I'm trying to disconnect a little bit. So you have come today to answer a few questions and I can welcome you to our channel. So the first question is, can you introduce yourself a little?
Of course. So, as you said, my name is Frank and I am Spanish. My native language is the Spanish, but I live in Ireland. I have been living in Ireland for 3 years. I do have a life in English, so now I use more English than Spanish because at home my partner and me we do speak English because he doesn't speak Spanish, so everything is in English.
Right. I just heard a little Irish accent then when you were speaking. So, which part of Spain are you from?
So I'm from Cadiz in South Spain. So when people hear us speaking Spanish, they rapidly can identify that we are from Andalusia because we have a very strong accent.
Yes, and I think people from Andalusia are very friendly, no, Fran?
Yes, that's what they people say. Yeah.
So you are famous for being friendly, open, welcoming, and this is
Yeah.
where you're from, Cadiz. Or I think we say in English, Cadiz. It's a different pronunciation, right?
Yeah.
So you are in Ireland, and which parts of Ireland are you in?
So I am in Cork, which is the second city in the island. Ireland is a pretty small country because its population is less than 5 million people. And the main city is Dublin, which is like 500,000 people, more or less. So Cork is in the south and is the second city with 400 or 300,000 people, I believe. But you don't have the impression that you are living in a city because the architecture and everything gives you the impression that you live like in a town or close to the nature because that's how Ireland is. It's a very rural country.
Right. So for our viewers, Cadiz is near the sea.
Yeah.
And Cork, I don't know, is it near the sea or is it inland?
It's near the sea. I mean, the main city, the city center, and everything. You have to take a bus, and you can go by bus because it's like 17 kilometers, more or less. But yes, you can. You have the sea really close to us. Even the weather here is really wet because of the ocean.
Right. Okay. So you can still see the sea.
Of course.
Because once we live by the sea, if it's not there, we feel something is wrong.
Yeah.
Right then, why did you start to learn English?
To be honest, I don't have even an answer for that. I was studying in Cadiz at the university and I saw that the end was coming and I was thinking, okay, what I want to do with my life. And I always wanted to go out to other city from where I was all my life. So I decided, I don't know, I was going to go to Poland, but at the end I chose Ireland. And I started learning English during the school, during so many years, but never put any interest on it. But now that I came to Ireland and everything, few months before coming here, and of course during the university years, I had some English lessons. So I would say some months before coming to Ireland, I started learning English.
Right then. So, like everybody, you studied English at school, but you
Yeah.
didn't really like it, and it was just another subject to study.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you went to university and you studied history. Is that correct, Fran?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
And you finished your degree in history. But when it was coming to the end, you were thinking, well, maybe it would be a good idea to learn English because I want to go abroad, I want to travel. And that's where your interest really took off.
Yeah.
And that's where you started to practice speaking a little bit.
Yeah,
before you went to work in Ireland.
yeah,
So we've really answered the next question as well. You've been studying
yeah,
English all your life, because if you count the years that you've been at
yeah.
school, but really to speak it, it's not been that long. Can you remember the first time you spoke English?
You mean with a native person?
With anybody?
To be
It could be a
honest,
foreigner or it could be an English person. Can you remember the first time you spoke?
I don't remember. No.
Right, because I thought maybe in Cadiz you would find a tourist or something and you would have spoken to them.
I think once on the street someone asked me the one
The
address,
directions.
but I'm not sure, you know, I'm not 100% sure.
And do you remember when we met?
Oh, I do.
We used to speak Spanglish, maybe?
Spanglish, yeah, like Gibraltarian people.
Yeah, like people from Gibraltar. But I think your personality showed through, and you did try to speak to me in English as much as you could.
Before, when we met in Cadiz.
Yes. So you used to try
Okay.
and speak to me in English.
I don't remember how my English fluency was. I don't know if I was fluent, you know, but I don't remember. I obviously not as good as I do right now, I guess.
Yeah. Before you had like the vocabulary, you were missing a few words that you wanted to express yourself better. But the most important thing for me, that you always tried and you did your best, and with a smile. Now, the next question I think is a bit silly. Do you practice English every day?
I have no choice because my job is in English. So I have no choice rather than practice and practice.
Do you mind telling us what your job is?
Sure. I work in a company in customer service. The 90% of the job is in English, and the 10, even 5%, I would say, is in Spanish. And my customers, the 90% of my customers are from the UK, a little bit from, from other countries in Europe that they use English as a tool to communicate. For example, customers, I don't know, from Greece who wants to stay, for example, in Germany or any other country. So we use English as a tool to communicate, and obviously as well the US market. So my main, how I would say, I speak more with people from the UK and the US, and then a little bit with other non-native English speakers.
Right. So your main customers are people who speak English, and now and again you would speak a bit of Spanish?
Yes, a little bit of Spanish with people from Spain, like me, and some people as well from other countries like Mexico or Argentina.
Right. And just a curiosity, do people know your name and they call back to you again, or each time they get a different person?
Some people call me back and some people call a different person. Depends if I'm working or not. But I have been speaking, I remember some people from Latin America who always call me, and some people from the UK who always call me because they say, oh, we love you, or something like that. Because they are really happy with my service.
Yes, if you do it with a friendly smile.
Yeah.
Right. Well, this question was directed, what is your main goal this year about English? But as you're doing English every day, either at home or at work, I don't think this applies to you. But do you have a goal this year, a personal one maybe?
Related to English.
Related to English or to your personal life? I don't know.
So my goal is keeping my life as good as it is right now, and in English, of course, learning and learning. I want to widen my vocabulary, you know.
Right, so you want to extend your vocabulary to improve your vocabulary in English, because sometimes if you're doing the same work every day, the vocabulary might be a bit limited. And on a personal level, maybe you would like to travel again.
Of course, I am traveling next month, actually.
Are you going to travel next month? Oh, so I wish you all the best, and I hope